Hello, New Covenant, and anyone who's watching, welcome to NCF today. We're excited to be here today with Mr. Jeff Buckland. Jeff's been a dear brother in the Lord for years and years here at New Covenant, and I've watched him grow in his faith and lead his family well. So we're glad to be here with Jeff. We're going to be talking about missions today, and I think Jeff, if I would ask him these questions a couple years ago, he'd be like, "What?" But here he is, all involved, and we're so excited sort of watching Jeff and his family sort of go through the progression of growing, raising, and reaching. You know, now they serve as deacons here. Just love having him here. So I'm glad to be able to sit down with Jeff today and talk about some of the upcoming things and how he got into missions and some things that he'd been able to do at New Covenant over the years. So Jeff, welcome. Glad you're here. We're at NCF today. This is what this is called.
NCF.
Pretty impressive. Pretty impressive, right? Yeah. So, Jeff, just sort of go through the way you and Amy, maybe found New Covenant. How Andrea, how all that plays into everything. Just give me some background.
All right. Well, it was probably back around 2011. Mm-hmm. We were looking for churches, and it'd been several months. And Amy had come and saw you preach, and she came home. She said, "You wouldn't believe this pastor and his sermons." I'm like,
"I
really?
know where you're going. Who is this guy?"
I said, "Who is this?" She says, "His name's Lee McKinney." I said, No way. She said, "I know Lee McKinney."
Yeah, Jeff and I, we were band parents. Yep.
Band parent again.
Yeah, that's right. You are.
Yep.
You are.
Andrew's in the color guard.
So Marching Vikings.
That's it.
That's good stuff.
So that was pretty much it. And I came 2 weeks later, saw a sermon, walked in. I'm like, this is home.
Yeah. Now, where were we at that stage? Were we in the dome?
No, we were actually
just started.
Yep, we just started in here.
Yeah, in the second. The second
phase, yes.
Yeah, the second sanctuary. That's what I call it. Number two. Junior. Now we're in the third. Things have changed, haven't they?
NCF has grown.
It has.
I love it.
It has. Well, we've loved having y'all here. Amy, of course, out of the two of you is is it okay to call her the more social one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
most definitely.
I think if anybody's watching knows Amy Buckland,
she is our hugger.
So yeah,
But we dove deep into things.
Yeah, y'all
and the Lord put it on our heart to. We were in the middle of our concerts at that time.
Right, I remember.
And group got up and asked for people to help sponsor children in Kenya.
That's right.
And was given one, and I looked at it. And I'm like, okay, all right, Lord.
Yeah, all the groups we used to have here, and we had so many. I mean,
we did.
Big Daddy Weave, and man, how many people here? Lauren Daigle was here one time, and
she rocked
Aaron Schust, and I mean, my goodness, Unspoken. I mean, I could go down the list, but almost all of them.
Yep.
Were either sponsored by World Vision.
Right? That's what it was, World Vision. Yes, sir.
There was another one, but World Vision was one of the big ones. Yeah. So they would hand out those things every time.
Every time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was strange because it wasn't something that we were used to doing.
Mm-hmm.
And as many people know, once you start following the Lord, doors open up. Mm-hmm. And it was 7 years that we were sponsoring. The young man's name was Thomas.
Okay.
He was 11 years old at that time. We continued to sponsor him, and in November he graduated high school in what they call Form 4. So we're excited. We actually got to meet him last year.
Wow.
Totally blew me away. I had no idea what to expect. We got an opportunity to go to Kenya. Eye-opening would be minor, I guess. Right. It's been nonstop ever since. Mm-hmm. We talk to him a couple of times a month. Now we talk to him at least once a week.
Wow. I mean, he says his last name is Buckland.
He is set up on Facebook, and his last name is Buckland. That's Thomas Buckland. And a lot of his peers acknowledged that and accepted him that way.
Right.
And so it's been pretty exciting. So last year, probably around May, the Lord put it on my heart to go again. And when we started looking into things.
So the initial trip was the first time that you had been.
Yes, that was our first.
On a, I guess, a foreign mission.
Foreign mission, yes. We did go on one up in, was it West Virginia up in the mountains?
We did, yep. And I know you and I are sort of kindred spirits, love to build stuff. I mean, we built lots of ramps, and missions are missions. And
yes,
so we do it locally and abroad, but this is the first to another culture.
Yes.
West Virginia was a little bit of a different culture.
Oh, yes, it was.
But it wasn't like going to Africa and seeing
Africa was being in the service, because I am a veteran and I have been overseas in several different countries. So I was kind of used to a lot of the differences from here to there. My wife, on the other hand, was not.
Right.
So when we got to Kenya and they found the toiletries and latrine,
to say the least, right.
They were pretty surprised.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's just a thing. Yeah. I mean, you adapt and you keep going.
The New Covenant makes it a policy to keep all that stuff secret. We don't tell
we don't.
How bad it could be. But I know firsthand what some of the girls had to go through. I've been on mission trips where they didn't have a latrine. And so that's also interesting.
Yes.
Some parts of the world. But anyway, we'll save that for another day, because we want to invite people to go to missions.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
not go on missions.
Definitely.
So you were able to serve at an orphanage that we support, and are very, very connected with the Mama Wilfrida's. You went there out of near Kisumu.
I was
just incredible. I was
brought to tears on that mission. I mean, even when we came back and did our report.
Right. And I think sometimes too here, we only have an American paradigm to base everything through, and so we think of orphanages and we think of children with no families, but we don't realize that like in Western Africa, which the AIDS epidemic almost destroyed a whole generation, and
it did.
And something I learned the last time I was there in April was the average age of anybody, average age is 35, and you think about that. How many young people it takes to bring the age gap down that far?
That is true, yeah.
And so you think of the competition for jobs, because unfortunately, and it's sad to say, AIDS has killed there's hardly any older people there. You probably recognize that, lots of 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds and lots of children.
It left a lot of orphans.
Right. And
that was one of the reasons that we felt compelled to take and go.
And orphans in the case that sometimes mom or dad, if they're single or they don't have parents, grandparents can't take care of them. So there's a lot of children's homes in Western Africa.
That was one
if somebody didn't take care of them, they wouldn't be taken care of.
That is right. Our young man Thomas, both of his parents both died of AIDS.
A true orphan.
Yes,
right.
He was a true orphan. I think was an eye-opening experience, because we were able to take our daughter Andrea with us last time.
That's big.
Once we got back and we were able to share our testimony, and it made me really, really want to do more, because when we went over last time, we were going to work, and that's what this trip is for. Right. There's a large pavilion that we want to...
The trip that you're planning now.
Yes, the trip that we're planning now is mainly set up so that the community would be blessed.
Right. So so this time the trip was be planned also to Kisumu, but you're going north to Malele Center.
Yes, the Malele.
And that is also a ministry that we support in a big way. Frank Niamichi, who is actually Samson's son.
Yes.
And Samson runs Mama Wilfrida's Children's Home. Frank ventured off north on Lake Victoria, and they run a orphanage for smaller children, young children.
Yeah.
Where at Mama Wilfrida's it's mainly school children, because their goal or vision is to send children to school.
Absolutely, yes.
And so Frank, however, he cares. He and Linda care for younger children, and so the ministry is a little different. and I know you probably know this, but where Frank lives, it will be called the bush. I mean, they live off the grid.
That is what I've heard.
They have solar power there, but everybody lives. They live on Lake Victoria, so everything revolves around the lake. And fishing is the main thing, and the people are very, very, very poor there. And most of all the houses are just mud huts, and they wash away if it rains really hard. Which, by the way, it rains really hard near Lake Victoria. Their houses collapse, and it's really an eye-opening experience.
That I have not heard they've gone. I heard about the mud huts. In fact, when we were there last time,
you saw them?
We saw a few, and that was when I was introduced to Frank.
Right. Was on that trip.
Was on that trip.
Right.
And once he started telling me about his
and Frank helps pastor the church that's in Kisumu. Samson helps run several churches, but we were able to help build that building there on years ago, 2017, I think. There at the orphanage at Mama Wilfreda's at the children's home. But then the bigger church they have is there in Kisumu, and Frank is very involved in that church as well.
Okay, we had a church service. Yeah, I'm assuming it was that church.
Yeah, it's a nicer building. Yeah. That's where Frank and Samson sort of served together.
Okay, I didn't.
That's near the area that where Samson came to Kisumu and started a church under the tree. One day we'll interview Samson.
That would be an interview.
His story is incredible, And so all of his children branched out and they're doing ministry. Some in Nairobi and then Frank up at Malele Center.
Because he's got a daughter and a son in Nairobi, correct?
That's correct, and both of them are in ministry. Yep, and then. So it's pretty interesting thing. And then another son helps him there at the orphanage, Stephen. I
have not met Stephen.
Yep. He does a lot of transportation stuff, goes out and does a lot of shopping. But anyway, so I was thrilled to hear that you wanted to go help Frank. Frank was with us in March of 2025, and a lot of people in the church really gave a lot of financial donations because we were raising money to dig a well. Yep. And also to help bolster his playground, and then hopefully raise some more money if he reached those goals that would help with this outside pavilion that you're going to be working on.
Okay.
So I know the water is flowing. I
have heard that
they have great water now, and they had the playground is incredible. We'll post some pictures of all that. Okay,
because he was telling me that they were wanting to take and put a canopy or something over the well so everybody could take and come and not be in the weather.
From the community.
Yep.
I mean, waterborne illness is one of the big problems all around the world, but especially on Lake Victoria, when all the sewage, I mean, if you've not been on missions, you need to go see somewhere else in the world.
Yes.
To understand. So we encourage that here, and we hope that people watching will want to go on missions.
I am 100% hoping that the Lord lays it on somebody's heart to come and join us. We have...
Give them the dates. So
we're looking at March 3rd through March 14th, unless travel agents say otherwise because of the plane fare or the plane schedules. The construction project that we're looking at will be the pavilion with the kitchen and dining for the Malele Center. And like you said, also the community for the gathering and probably a church. Which is awesome.
Well, I know that's Frank's heart. He would like to start a community church right there. So I would imagine the Lord will open up a door if he has a space to do it. Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.
But Frank and I have been communicating pretty regularly for the last 3-4 months now.
Good.
So we are excited. We've got a lot of enthusiasm would be the best way to put it. Because we do want to go and be the hands and feet and actually participate.
Right. And so I know you'll be building, but there's also opportunity always to work with the children.
Yes.
And also to serve people in the community. So women and men would be welcome to go.
Correct.
Even though, I mean, a lot of, I guess the main thrust would be to do some construction. And
yes, it is. And we do have the community outreach that's
good.
We have scheduled Frank to go and do.
That's good. So I would just encourage anybody, who are thinking about they'd like to go. We know this is short notice.
It is.
But if you'd like to go, get up with Jeff. We'll put the information up on the on this video.
We will.
They'll get in touch with you. We'll also we'll post on also on this a link to where they can go and see maybe some things you want to take with you.
Yes. One of the things that we are kind of hoping and pressing in on is, because of the amount of work and where we're going to be staying, we're trying to keep it down to a minimum to where people are only kind of taking a carry-on unless we need something that Frank actually needs that we need to take. That way,
financial donations might be best.
Most definitely.
Right.
Passports are a must, and because of the time crunch, we need people to already have their passports ready.
Yeah.
Because the plane tickets can't be purchased until we have all the information so that the passport and the plane tickets coincide.
So I'm just going to say from experience, because I was there about a year ago, Frank has created almost a paradise. It is so beautiful and relaxing. You almost lose the knowledge of how impoverished everybody is. But one thing that I've always notice, especially on the continent of Africa, when you go, the pace is so much slower that you almost grieve when you're leaving. And so if anybody just needs a break and feel like the Lord has equipped them to go, I encourage you, don't hesitate, just go. Just go and be a part of it. And, like you did, I'm sure you had some apprehension about going, and, and it is a lot of money, but then when it happens and you experience it, it's like, well, hey, how can I make that happen again?
Absolutely. And that was kind of when we were leaving, Amy and I both looked at each other and said, we're coming back.
That's good. That's good. So to anybody's watching, as I said, we're gonna put some links up so you can know what to give financially, know how to pray. We'll definitely put some prayer items up there. And if you're interested in going, please get in touch with us sooner than later, because we need to purchase these tickets need to be purchased, and we'll send you on your way to a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful mission.
Absolutely,
there in Kenya, Africa. So
at the moment, we did check on airfares.
Yeah, just give them a ballpark.
Ballpark, we're looking right around 1,500.
Right.
And that should include airfare here and there, and then also
from Nairobi to
Kisumu, because there's an additional airfare.
It's just a little hop.
Yep.
All right. Well, good. Well, once again, Jeff, I've just enjoyed all the years of serving with you, and I'm just thrilled to see you being opened up, your heart opened up to missions.
Lord has put me on fire.
He has. I think he has too. All right. Thank you. Thanks, everybody, watching NCF today. We hope it's been informative, and maybe it'll light a little fire in you to reach out to others with God's love.